Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back with another video, follow-up to the first one I did regarding this Sony A90J. This is 65 inches. So I wanted to do a video on daytime viewing. I have a large open window here that I can close, and I have a backyard door right there. So I get a lot of light in this room. There's also up here, but it's covered up. So I get a lot of light in this room. And I just wanted to show you guys how good the TV still is during the daytime. You know, a lot of people complain about OLED LEDs during the day, how they're too dim. That was my complaint as well on the A9G. Then I had, as I said in my last video, I had the A9G, then the GX, then I went back to the A9G, then back to the GX, and now I have this. But the A9G was very dim during daytime viewing. The A9G was very dim in general. And the automatic brightness limiter was insane. The GX was brighter than the A9G. It did better during the daytime. It had more pop. The colors was brighter. But this TV here is brighter than both. Colors are better than both of those. Processing is superb. I think the key to this TV, it's not the brightness. It's not this, you see this is annoying me. I need to go over there. This little piece of tissue right there is annoying me. My wife put that there, and it's annoying me. Let me go move that. I'm sorry. Just how I please. So I lost my train of thought picking up that piece of tissue. Anyway, so I'm back, and we're going to see how this performs in the daytime. As I was saying, the processing on this TV is what's making it a hit, in my opinion. It's not that it gets extremely bright. It does get bright. It's brighter than every Sony OLED ever created. This is their brightest OLED, period. Just like the G1 will be the brightest OLED that LG has ever created. And Panasonic, their new JZ will be the brightest. JZ, what is it, 1500 and 2000 will be their brightest. 2021 is bringing us the brightest OLEDs ever created from all of the brands. No matter what, their top of the line OLED is going to be brighter than last year's. So across the board, whether you want Sony, you want Panasonic, you want LG, the top tier OLED from each brand will be the brightest OLED ever made. That's just plain and simple. That's what it is for 2021. So if you want to save money, go for a 2020 model. Just know that it will not be as bright as the 2021 models. Now, the real differentiator, in my opinion, from Sony, I'm sorry for the camera shake. I'm using an iPhone. I'm not a professional YouTuber. The processing. The processing on this TV is crazy. It trumps the processing of the previous chip, the X1 Ultimate. It's way better than LG's processing, I'll tell you that. I haven't seen the new Gen 4 processor on the G1 yet, so I don't know how that's going to go, but I doubt it's going to beat this. The processing on this thing is crazy. It's very clean, no noise, no macro blocking, flashing artifacts, crawling blacks, as Whisper Status says. It's very, very, very clean. The processing is superb. The motion is on point. The best motion I've ever seen on the Sony OLED. It's a freaking phenomenal processor chip. XR is the truth. All right, anyway, so let's play a couple seconds of this scene because I'm going to get a copyright flag, but I don't care. I'm not on here to make money. I'm just on here to show you guys how it looks. And this is in a bright room. And it still looks the way it looked at nighttime. Light coming in, light coming in. Look at that, look at the depth. Still very bright, still very clean. It looks great. It looks great. So just want to show you guys the same exact scenes that I showed you guys the other night. Look at the depth, the brightness. It's still there. As I said, daytime. You see the reflection of my window that I have back in the kitchen. You can see the reflection. Well, it's going down in the brightness, but you can slightly see it over there on the right. So the reflection on this is, it has a lot of reflection. It's a glossy screen. But the brightness, look at the depth and the brightness. It's still there. The same scene I showed you guys at night. And just to show you guys the upscaling, this show was in regular HD, you know, regular HD. 4K is going to be upscaled. Look at the specular highlights. The window coming through. The upscaling is superb. Can't play too much of these shows, else we'll get blocked, copyright. I'm gonna get copyright flagged anyway. I don't care about getting it paid, but sometimes they block it if it's playing too much of the show. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys. I mean, the processing of this TV is crazy. There's another. Someone commented. They asked about the audio issue with DTS. They have a Sonos Arc like I do, and Bravia Core does DTS for majority of their audio. So we can go to Bad Boys for Life. This movie was horrible. Possession of Hannah Grace was horrible. I don't know why I wasted one of my free movies on this. It was horrible. But I like horror films. I'm a horror buff. I never saw this one. I was like, it's free. I get 10 free movies. Let me choose this one. It's an IMAX. It was horrible. Not scary at all. Made no sense. And it was horrible. Anyway, Bad Boys for Life. Let me take this off mute because I have the TV on mute. And I just want to show you guys how the audio, the Sonos Arc does not accept DTS signal. And the gentleman was asking me, how do I get audio to my Sonos for DTS? Now, as you can see, I'm getting no sound. This is in real time. I'm not editing anything, so I'm sorry for all these crazy back and forths. You see, I'm turning it up. No sound. No sound at all whatsoever. No sound. So I have to go to settings, display and sound, go to audio output.
Start streaming today. Craig turned a collection of losing scratch-off tickets.
Then you go to digital audio out. You want to put that on. Always output PCM. After you put that on always output PCM, you make sure this is on Dolby Digital Plus. Make sure pass-through mode is on auto. E-Arc's on auto. All right. Then you make sure all of these are on auto, and you make sure you change digital audio out to PCM. And I'm going to go back to the movie. I'm going to resume. Now I have audio. Fast forward a bit.
Still there. A future. My future is hunting this motherfucker. Well, it's not mine. All right. So let me get this straight. So somebody get to dump my ass out in the street.
So if you have a Sonos Arc and you're not getting DTS audio, that's one way for you to get a good quality audio from the Bravia Core app into your Sonos Arc. Now, if you don't have a Sonos Arc, you're fine. So you can either do that, or another thing you can do. So yeah, as I was saying, you can, if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to change your audio output in the Sony TV, Instead of putting it on,
No.
Oh, come on.
instead of putting it on always output in PCM, leave it on auto 1.
So,
Leave it on
how am I
auto
doing so
1,
far? Oh, I
Double
think you're
Digital
doing great,
Plus,
David.
pass-through mode on
Consistently a
auto,
little closer
eARC
to
on
her,
auto,
so
AV
it's
Sync on
working for
auto,
me,
leave
right?
everything
But I love
the
that
way
black
it should be.
property. I mean, I can't get it.
Go to your Bravia Core app, start a movie,
Dave, you promised.
and what you want to have is you want to select English instead of English DTS. Just select English. So you start a movie, you go here, click on that, select English instead of English DTS, and as you can see, I have audio again.
Dave!
So you can either control it within the Bravia Core app. Look at that reflection. Reflection is crazy. You can either control it in the Bravia Core app or you can control it on the TV. If you use the Bravia Core app and turn it to English instead of English DTS, what it will do is you'll get Dolby Digital Plus 2.0. If you turn it to PCM only on the TV, you will get stereo PCM. So it's best to change it within the Bravia Core app. This is for people who have a Sonos Arc, because the Sonos Arc doesn't support DTS. Or people who like to watch Blu-rays. Blu-rays have DTS. Not 4K Blu-rays, but regular old 1080p Blu-rays. A lot of them use DTS. And you have a Sonos Arc, you will have to change the settings in the TV or on your Blu-ray player if you're using a Blu-ray. But anyway, enough about the order. That was just for a gentleman asked me to show him that, and I just wanted to show it to him because he wasn't understanding when I was typing it to him. But yeah, the TV is amazing. The one thing I do regret is the downgrade in size. Before this, my GX that I had was 77 inches, and now this is 65 inches, and the size downgrade is very noticeable. I know they say you have more perceived brightness with the larger screen, but even with this smaller screen, it's still brighter than the GX was. But I'm not keeping it same way. I plan on getting the 83-inch version of this, or I may get the 77-inch G1 if their new Gen 4 processor has improved to the point that it's on par with the new Sony processor, and the picture also looks like I'm looking through an open window instead of a closed window. Then I'll get the 77-inch G1 instead of the 83-inch A90J, because we all know the 83-inch A90J is extremely expensive. They need to drop that price on that 83-inch. I know it's the first time you get an 83-inch OLED, but I mean, that price is crazy. So it'll be either the 77-inch G1 or the 83-inch A90J. I could just keep this, but this 65 inch is just hurting my heart. It's hurting my heart. Gaming on the 77-inch OLED was amazing. I had to move my seating position up a foot because I went down to 65 for this A90J. What else can I show you guys? What else you guys want to see? Let's see. Let's go into YouTube. Look at some more daytime BD installers video. Let's look at this one. Let's look at some detail here. There's no ABL. I haven't seen automatic brightness and limiter take effect in this TV yet. It's like it's not non-existent. Look at that. Look at that. Look at. You can't see the brightness from this cell phone, but I mean, my cat want to get in. Look at that. Psycho killer right there. Slit your throat in a minute. Bright outside, open window, and this thing is just standing tall like a champ. The days of dim OLEDs are over. Sony A90J, LG G1, maybe even the Sony A80J, we don't know yet. Panasonic JZ 1500 and 2000. Nice and bright. Go ahead and go out and get your one. You will not be disappointed. Either one you won't do. You won't be disappointed with the G1. You won't be disappointed with the Sony. If you can afford the Sony, go for the Sony. I always say that. If you can afford it, go for it. If you're on a budget, get that G1. It's $1,000 less. Simple as that.